Well, hi everybody. I got the parts I ordered for my Snap-on ratchets. They came today. Very quick. I ordered them on Monday. It's Thursday. They arrived today. Free shipping. It was about $21.97, I think, somewhere around in there, because I had to pay tax. But these are the components that came with the new ratchet head for the 1/2 inch. Of course, a new gear, a new pawl. It actually came with a new nameplate I'm going to put on it, and then the ring, steel ring that holds that in. A couple screws, the lever, and then a detent ball and spring. It also came with a little tube of super lube, synthetic grease with PTFE. I'm not going to use this, but I guess that's what they're recommending these days. I'm going to stick with my 3-in-1. So I'm going to get into it. I pulled out the old guts as far as I can. You're going to have to look past my hand sometimes because I'm left-handed and this is how I had to set things up, so I'm going to be holding things in the way. Basically what I'm going to do is shear this out first. So I'm going to hang it off the edge of my vise here. And then to do that, I just found a pin punch that is same diameter as that hole. So I'm going to try to knock this out of there. This is where my hand's going to get in the way, I'm sure. I'm going to try to shear this off. Doesn't get any easier than that. Now this is going to be spring loaded, so you have to kind of be careful. Yep, and there's a ball. The new one doesn't have a ball. It has a ball end and it's attached to the spring, so it should be easier to put it back together. This one had an independent ball. So I'll take the spring out of there. Make sure there's nothing else. Looks good. So I'm going to drive this out now from this top side. I don't have a bushing driver set, so I'm going to use a socket and an extension. I don't like treating my tools this way, but I'm not about to go out and buy something for this one job. So let me see if I can drive this out. That might take a little bit more force. There we go. So, destroyed that in the process. Didn't have any writing on it anymore anyway. And then here's the little ring I just drove out. Clean up this hole real quick. So I'm going to put a little rag up here so I try not to scar that new plate. Now this plate has an arrow on the back of it. That arrow is going to point to the top of the head of the ratchet. So when you put it in there and it gets all cinched up, it's going to look like that. Looks pretty good if you ask me. So got the new ring here. Let me look how the other one came out. Okay. Lay that in there and kind of index the grooves that were already there. This may be a little tricky. So I'm going to try to start working this in. Hopefully I get it first try. Let's get that turned right. Alright, I had to clean my hands so I could turn that nameplate. I've almost got it seated in there all the way. Got to do a little bit more work on it. Okay, that looks pretty good, eh? Alright, well now it's time to put in the paw. I'm going to stick the spring in the detent ball. Now this lever, it's got a square end. It's going to go in like that. Nope, it's going to go in like that. Just need to make sure you get it in the right orientation. Use a little screwdriver to push that ball back. There we go. So I'll hold that with my finger and then put the lever in from the other side. There we go. Make sure it's going to work right. Looks good. Now I need to peen this over right here. And to do that, I'm going to start with a fairly blunt center point tool. I'm just going to go down in the middle and start peening that. A little bit of rotations. And then I'm going to come in with a flat chisel. Well, I'll just hit it with a hammer. And there we go. That's all there is to that. Like I said, I like using 3-in-1, so that's what I'm going to put in here. Put a little bit of oil drop on the ball. There we go. A little bit here on the bearing surface, a little bit on the gear. Now we're ready for the cover. Came with new screws. Go ahead and put a little bit of oil on those. It's not very exciting, but I said I was going to show when the parts came in. Well, I'd say that was a success. I'm not going to show the other one, but it's the same principle. Well, I guess even Snap-on has problems with quality control sometime. I put the selector lever in and went to drop the gear in, and look, it won't fit. See a difference here? Anybody see the problem? This is a 20-tooth gear. This is 36. Here's the package it came out of. 3/8 drive, 20 teeth. They packaged it wrong. So now I gotta call them and get them to send me a new one. Kind of a bummer, but I'll take care of it. So I couldn't have shown this one anyway. Well, I just got off the phone with Snap-on and told them my plight, and their customer service is great. They said they're going to send another one out at no charge. It should be here in 2 to 3 days, and just discard the one that's incorrect. So I'll give them one for customer service. It took me longer to go through the phone prompts to get where I needed to go than it did to actually have the conversation. So I give them an A+ on that for customer service. You pay for it, but they are great in that regard. So once I get the new parts, I'll straighten this one out and get past that small hurdle. Thanks for watching, guys. Good luck.